people show up to her all the time after CrossFit, and that's...
Hey, there you go. I got it. Okay. Hi, good morning, friends. Miss DesaRae and I are working out together this morning, and we're going to do more bar fitness type things. And you can see her warming up here. I'm going to go put on my weighted vest. And this is cardio day. So if you're starting this video and you don't have on the right sports bra, pause us and go get the right sports bra. And also, you probably need some hydration and a towel. Gear up, folks. Here. Also, we have little children here in the studio with us, so if you are a studio parent and you are doing life and joining us for these videos, you're not alone. Your children are going to run through your space, and our children are probably going to run through our space, so just get ready for that. If you're one of our regular ballet students, it's probably not happening to you, but just enjoy it anyway. Now, we're finished with those. You can hold your plank, and we're going to do some mountain climbers here. I can only do so many of those in full plank before I'm all done. The modifier is to hold a knee plank and then pull in, which is a smaller range of motion. It does cause you to rock back and forth on your knees a bit. So if that's bothering you, you can double up your yoga mat. Whew. Then, these are plank jacks. Jump open, whoa, jump close. Don't jump wider than your mat. I would not recommend it. If you're on carpet, you're probably okay. I'm gonna do that again. Jump narrow, jump a tiny bit wider. Whew. Whew. Is it over yet? It is not. Modifier can be to open, open, close. Open, open, close. Okay. Whew. Oh. Plank jacks. Now you get to stand up. You can roll through. Oh. Downward dog and forward fold. And come here in the middle. It starts out just like you did previously in the warm-up, but then she asks you to add a contraction. And then we come center for center squat, plie squat, fitness squat. Working to keep your chest high and lifted. Now we're going to come through into our lunge position here. We're going to alternate pulling to the knee and stretching. You can make this more difficult by going faster, by reaching further, right? You can go, well, maybe you can. Much further, down and up, or you can jump the whole thing. If jumping the whole time isn't workable for you, do a touch and then do a jump. Whew. This is like a little tiny balance on your yoga mat. to sort of bring your heart rate down a little bit, but not too far. Like out of the red zone, back into the green zone. Set yourself up on your second side. Start in a lunge and stretch out. In. You can also not bring it to the knee ever. You can go long, touch of the floor, long, touch the floor, long, up to the knee, long, up to the knee, longer, up to the knee, longer, up to the knee, fast, or with a jump. You have so many choices. Pause that. Now we're going to do something that I really like and is soon to become a part of the men's class warm-up when we make that video tomorrow. But you do have to protect your lower back. So you step across and do a low attitude. Step across, other leg, step across, step across. So again, I'm going to keep this attitude low. I have a higher attitude, but I need more time than this combo gives you to get it up and into place without whacking through my lower back. I want to keep it low for me so that I can work on squeezing my hamstrings, my buns, keeping my abdominals lifted, keeping my lower back long. And then you guessed it, you can jump this sucker if you like that. You could have jumped that whole time. You could back up the video right now and start over again and jump all of those. Now we're switching to a different movement. This is like a little quadricep knee bend. You can keep it here and just step and bend if that's all you want. You can add an arm to up your cardio. You can bounce it like DesaRae's bouncing it if you put on the right bra. If you wear a bra.
I was prepared.
And then you can switch it. That's right. We knew we were doing cardio. We always do cardio on Wednesday. Whew. You can cross it to here. This is just a basic fitness knee to elbow guide. And you can jump that as well. You can see DesaRae doing that. If that's for you, there you go. I blame it on the fact that I can't do that because I need to talk. But I couldn't do it if I was talking. Even if I wasn't talking. I wouldn't do that. Go ahead and pause. Whew. And then find whatever you're using for a bar. We're going to hold on to it with our left hand and be in first position. You can always, I am always saying the left hand as though I'm going to start with the use of my right side. But you can always ignore me and start on the other side if that one is your weaker side. We're going to do some leg sweep and then some down low pace. So you swing it front and back. We did this yesterday, I think. My body says we did it yesterday. It says it doesn't want to do it again right now. And I want you to stay in front. And we're going to do plie, fondue, extend, plie, fondue, extend, plie, fondue, plie, fondue. You can do 16 of those total. You can have your arm here. When you do that, you can let it come up and down with you for a little extra cardio. If you like now, Tony's long and strong, everything straight. Do some grandma wall lifts from your Tony. You can keep you're working on your technique as part of this and keep your supporting knee straight. If you're trying to work strength, you can try a plie and lift. And then when you've done 16 of those, then you can do a little pulsing right here. Ooh, yours can be very high. You don't need to make it low like that. My body needs it to be low. Now we're doing that same extension to the side instead of the front. Woo! Hang on, keep doing that. Now straighten your knee. and beat the teapot mom. And you can put one arm up as you do that, or you can put both arms up as you do that. Try and hold your hips still. Woo, that was really good. Keep going. 7 and 8. Take a break like I had to take a break early for you. Now we're going to do our little Charleston guy here. He's not really a Charleston, but we do a knee up and a long leg back. And a knee up and a long leg back. So
Opposite knee.
that's right. This should be not the same knee as the leg. You've got a knee that's doing all the kneeing and a leg that's doing all the stretching. You have so many options here. Firstly, this is supposed to be a center exercise. I can't do it in the center. I have to have you see me touch my bar every time I'm on the back. I have to do that. You can do that too. Or if you don't need to, you don't need to. You can also kick this. You can also, that's right, you can just kick the whole thing. Pitch kick. And down. Pitch kick. And down. Pitch kick. You can make that as difficult as you would like. Whew. Take a tiny break. We're going to do some attitude raises in the back. So we're going to have to protect our lower back again. Okay. Yes, I think that's true. Left hand on the bar. Good night. It's true. I'm going to have both of my arms on the bar for this. That helps me support my lower back. So bend the knee you're standing on and lift. 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 If you don't need both hands on the bar, then you can extend one in arabesque. But the minute I do that, my lower back turns on in a way that I don't want it to. Then straighten it out and do some tiny lifts back here. You can, if you can keep it in a plie while you do that, that's even better. Turn everything on. And then take a slight break. You can do a little cardio bounce in between sides if you want. We'll dance. And then we've got to do all that enchilada. Do you remember the beginning of the enchilada? I'm going to stay over here so I can use my other hand. Now wait, Miss Stephanie. This way. I got it. And we're doing, okay, I did this wrong before, but we need to do it wrong on both sides. So I'm going to do it like this. Because I thought we were doing it on claw. I realize now that's not true. You know, it's a little rest.
Yeah.
Oh, to go to the front so many times in a row is difficult.
Yes.
Go to the side one more time, go to the front one more time. Then do your tonic here, your robot mom raises. Just from tonic. So don't close into fifth. And keep it up there. Tiny pulses. Lifting. I'm going to put my arm down, but I'm going to keep lifting my leg. Your leg can be much higher than our legs if you would like it to be.
Yes, please do.
Right? If you're my advanced dancers and you're like, does she mean for it to be that low? I do for my body, not for yours. That's right. Now we're going side, exclusively side. This is going to turn into that petite battement around the leg momentarily. Now it is. Now you've got it straight. Well, I don't know if I can do that at all.
That is
Straight,
easy.
supporting knee, open and close. You can beat this up to your knee. Ooh, if you want. You can bring one hand off the bar. You can bring both hands off the bar. Oh. And pause. Oh, my stars and garters. Oh, okay, I need a moment. We're going into the Charleston on the other side. On my first side, I was using my left knee to do the knees and my right leg to do the long lunges. So I'm going to do right knee, long lunge. And this little like snappy down thing is just optional, but if that's getting you through it, if it goes with the music you're listening to, you can do that. Remember, you can kick that, kick. You can do, I'm on the bar the whole time for this. I'm not trying to have no bar at all. can jump it. Last one. Whew. You have all those options available to you. Now we've got to do our back leg in attitude. Thankfully, I already did my right leg, or my left leg. I already did my left leg. Now I'm going to do my right leg. Now I'm kind of having second thoughts about what leg I've done, but I'm going to do this leg.
I'm on my right.
Are you?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay.
Well, so it should be on that side. Sorry. So
Right.
left leg.
So left leg. Okay.
Yeah.
So I might be doing my same leg again. My body will tell me if I am
You'll know.
in a second. But don't do that. Do each leg. You do the attitude lifts, and then you turn you straight and you do straight lifts, protecting your lower back. If you can bend the supporting knee here, go ahead and do that. Typically that's harder. But in either case, with all these choices that we're giving you, do the one that feels good in your body and or feels challenging, but doesn't feel like this is impossible. Stop before you try something that you think is impossible. Remember that you can have one hand on the bar, and you're done. You do that little arabesque squeeze at the end. This is such good news. You only have 2 legs, so we can't make you do it again.
No.
Do a big stretch out, flat back forward. If your heart rate is low enough to dip down like this, having done that, I won't be doing it again because mine's not. You can flat back here and then round and come back up so that your head doesn't go below your hips. We don't want you to topple over at home and have to use a life alert remote that you don't have. Whew. It's good. We made it through. We're moving on. I'm gonna move my mat right back where I started. We're gonna go down to the ground for a like a bar burpee. It's kind of what this is. Oh boy, so there's no jumpy unless you want to do that at home. I don't like to do jumping burpees of any kind if I don't have great footwear on. If I'm doing bare feet, I like to do this. Here's DesaRae doing it for you. You can see she's adding a releve when she comes up, which you can do. Left leg.
So you don't fall over?
That's right. You can also, if you are experimenting with jump here, you can jump twice, come down, and then jump twice, come down. I can do 2 of those, so I hope you got it, because I won't be doing that again. Try and put your palms flat on the ground each time rather than tenting like this, which is not good for your wrists or your fingers, and it's something that happens when we start to get tired. Whew. Is it over yet, DesaRae?
You can also jump.
You can also jump.
I got 2 of those.
Woo! Jump at the top.
Yes.
Like that jump.
Yeah.
That's something to aspire to.
Here you go.
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that's something to aspire to. Whew. We're gonna pick up our weights. If you've got little tiny weights, 1 to 5 pounds. Don't go any higher than that. The movement that you're doing here isn't safe to do with a higher weight. You can injure yourself. It's not a matter of strength. It just has to do with the delicate tissues in your neck and back that, connect your spinal cord and your neurons and your brain and all those things. You don't want to fling those things about and make your body think you've been in a whiplash car accident. Whew. So we're doing a second position and then a through, and then you can add a little arabesque here. It's like a balancing arabesque. It's not like fully behind you, because we're not twisting that far. Just a little extension, and again, protecting your lower back, keeping that long, lifting up through your abdominals. If you think I've said that too many times, I'm only saying it every time I catch myself not doing it.
Friendly reminder.
That's right. Friendly reminder. Oh, you made it through that part. Now we're going to do some little alternating things here. If you don't have weights in your hands, you can punch a little bit more aggressively, like Miss DesaRae is doing, really fast. You can also do that with weights in your hands. I just can't, you know. Did you see how much my torso just moved? If you can't steady your core while you do it, in bar fitness, don't do it. In other rules, I don't know. We're gonna come back to a little bit like the Charleston, but it's just a knee pull in. You can keep your arms low, like below your shoulders, to lower the cardio level if your heart rate's already pretty high. If you want to go higher, obviously, reach out and in. But again, lifting weights above your head like this, make sure that you're not arching through here, because that will really hurt your lower back. Oh, then we do a little party. Before we start the other side. I'm gonna set myself up. I'm gonna keep my hands here, but you know, you can put your hands above your head, especially if you don't have a weight, then you really can like go after this. You can go faster than I'm going. You can also kind of jumpy this guy. I have a Navy SEAL friend who doesn't put his foot down in the back. He just kicks out and back in. I don't know how he's doing that, but he's magic. Come center. New thing. You're in second, and then you're scooping.
And then alternate.
You just alternate sides?
Yeah, side, center, side, side.
So, scoop, scoop. Oh, I see, and then two in the center. Pronate, rotate. I got it. Lunge here. Pronate, rotate. Pronate, rotate. Other side, maybe? No? Okay.
That one can be hard on
We're learning as we go. It can be hard on your knees, so be careful there. You can see I was going slowly and deliberately. Once you get good at that, you could probably do it quicker, but make sure whenever you're doing this rotating to that parallel lunge position, and then back into second position turned out, and then pronating in second and rotating, make sure that your knees are tracking over your toes in every single one of those positions, and that you're turning in the ball of your foot. You're not letting your foot stay in place and your knee try and take you there. Okay, that is not a recipe for longevity in your knees. Do yourselves a little, what's this called when you do this little shimmy? Little shimmy right here. Give yourself a little bit of that. Press down and stand up. We've got to do the other side with our arms. So, this position, and if you can do this the way the exercise was intended, this would be my second side. This is my left hand, and it's doing the work while the right arm is stationary. But you may have noticed on the first side, I was alternating because I know that this exercise is really tough for me, and I can't always do it that many times in a row on one arm. So you can alternate with me. You can also add a hip.
It's a good distraction.
Yes, it's a good distraction. I have noticed it's very difficult to add the hip if you're alternating. Kind of can't figure it out. So if somebody can figure it out, you have to like take a moment and get on the other side. Then maybe send us a video.
Send us a video.
Oh, and we'll put you. We won't put you in the playlist. DesaRae and I just want to see. We're gonna do a long lunge forward, stepping up, and you can scoop your weights if you've got them. Scoop and in, scoop and in. You can do 8 of those, and then stay out. And then we're gonna do sort of a bowling movement here. We're gonna hold both of our weights here in the center. I've got a long lunge. My right knee is not under my right hip. It's further away than that. Nice and parallel. Here we go. My gaze is following my hand. I'm gonna hold it here. We're gonna do some knees. Okay. One more. Bring it back together. Other side. I may have alternated this as well, but again, to make it more intense, you can do all on one leg, and then the second time do the second leg, the way that you would in like a ballet class. But if you were like me and you need a little bit more grace for that, hold it here. You can alternate and just do 2 sets of alternating, or if you need more grace than that, do 1 set of alternating, And the next time we do it, take a short break. Now we're here again. I'm in a long lunge, meaning my knee is out further behind my hip. It's not directly under my hip. I can bend deeply if I feel like my muscles aren't turned on the way that I want them to be, but I assure you they are. We're doing some more knee strikes here, because this is cardio day after all. And again, you can bring your hands all the way up if you want, but in order to protect my lower back, I have to slow down quite a bit in order to bring my hands over my head like that. And since today's priority is cardio, I'm not doing that. If today were like an arm workout, I would probably do that and go really low and slow and really make all my muscles just shake. So you can make your own decision about what your goal is for your workout. Okay, this is really fun.
Did you say fun?
Yes, I really like this exercise. It's like around your mat. So you're working in parallel, like Miss DesaRae showing, and then second. Okay, and that's what we start with. You can go chair, second. If that's what works for you, just stay right there. Chair, second, chair, second. Okay. If you can do a little bit more than that, consider jumping. Jump, jump, okay? If you're really fancy, you can go chair, second, other chair, second, other chair, second, okay? If you're fancier still, you can jump, 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 jump. Always making sure your knees are tracking where they should be over the toes. And if you are the most fancy of all, you can go chair, second, second, and that's what I say is fun. Chair, second. Oh, I got confused about where my chair went.
Just keep going around.
Men's class is going to do that last one, and they're going to be so good at it.
Oh, yeah.
Whew. Give that a little stretch, and then we're going to get to sit down. But it's not cool down time yet.
I can bring my
We're going to do some more bridge work, which means if you're wearing a weighted vest like me, you can take it off. It's not doing you any good when you're laying on the floor because gravity. If you really want to make your bridge play for you, work for you hard, you can use a resistance band, which I'm going to do now, and or you can also put a weight. If you haven't got a resistance band but you have some weights, you can put those on your abdomen. Okay, we're going to go down into our bridge, but today we're going to keep our feet together and part our knees so that we can work our outer adductors. Whew. Pushing that there. You can use, squeeze your shoulder blades together underneath yourself to give yourself some more support as you do this. You can also hold your feet in first position and then releve as you open and close. That can put some pressure on the knee, just depending on how our bodies are made. It doesn't bother my knee. If it bothers your knee, stop. Put your heels back down, put your whole foot together in sixth position, and press out there. I actually feel more knee discomfort when I do that. Now, come to regular bridge feet, meaning hip distance apart and parallel, toes pointing straight forward. And then you can lift one leg at a time in attitude, just a slight bend, which is much more manageable for me than the full leg that we're gonna do in a minute. Whew. That I may not be able to talk through. Full disclosure. Whew. Tiny rest for Miss Stephanie. You can keep going with that knee if you don't need this rest. Before we do the long-legged one, I'm gonna show you the long-legged one, and then you can do it. I'm gonna hold a bridge pose after I show you because I can't really do it. You come up and do a lovely bridge, fully supported, give your body the best chance possible. Bring your left leg center instead of hip distance apart and extend the right leg and hold it there. You can also lift and lower in your bridge. Whew. if you have that in your practice. You can do 8 of those and then switch. Bring your right foot centered on the floor. Extend your left. And again, same thing. Whew. I'm gonna hold that bridge. Hopefully you were able to do those long-legged ones. But an excellent bridge is great too. And then we're gonna rock and roll to stand up, which you should not do with your resistance band on. So if you've got your resistance band on, take that off first. And you can do this rock and roll thing here. You're rolling, Maybe should I do the third time, then I can stand up.
I only did one side on my bridge with my leg up because that other leg was going to be way too tired and I was going to hurt myself.
There you go.
So I decided that was not going to be wise.
Okay, we're not going to do that. Yes. We don't want to push ourselves past a safe place so that we then injure ourselves and we can't work out tomorrow. That's no fun.
You don't use things the right way.
Oh, you have reached cool down. Great job. Bend one knee and stretch over. And away. And over. And away. And then let that take you to the other side. Over. And away. And over. And away. And then go center. And stretch out. For triangle pose. Here. With your chest open. And then turn. Try and put both hands on the ground. If my yoga blocks weren't in a box off camera, I'd hold them right here in my space so I can have a flat back in this position. I'm proud of that. Make sure you do the other side. Chest open. Chest toward the leg. Whew. Now here yoga blocks. Okay. This time don't come up out of that, come center. Parallel your toes forward. Okay, down for a nice hamstring stretch. You can bend your knees here. Dancers sometimes think we've got to have our knees straight all the time. It's the only way to go. But there are whole muscle groups that you can't stretch unless you bend your knees. And then lift your tail feathers to stretch those back of the leg muscle groups. Walk that in together, and then you can roll up. And then you can say that you did cardio with Miss DesaRae and Miss Stephanie. Great job, world. Whew. A little bit of blacking out a little bit there. Whooshy, whooshy.